Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, come on in, everybody. What's good? What's good? What's good, man? What up, Doe? What up, Doe? For you night owls that's still up, man. Just got home. Enjoyed the hell out of the game tonight. Didn't come back with the victory that we wanted. But we definitely got to talk about some things, man. I've never been so frustrated at a live game in my life. You know what I'm saying? Uh, First and foremost, shout out to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas bobblehead night. Um, they honored Isaiah Thomas, man, and it was great to see. I'm about to see if I can pull a few people in here, man, because we got to have a full on discussion. Because this is it's just getting out of hand, man. It's getting crazy. Man. Um, so before I get into that, just want to give a shout out to a few people. Shout out to my man, DeCarlo, man, for giving me tickets to pass along to my family members. And also want to give a shout out to, once again, Mr. Herman Moore, Detroit Lions legend, man, for providing me the tickets, the very, very exclusive tickets, man, and a great experience, and also supplying what I needed for me and my family to be able to enjoy ourselves and, be able to get some good eats. I'll say that, man. Like I said, I can't describe the type of blessing that he's been. So make sure that you guys are following along with us, for you Lions fans in here, and download that Lions Nation Unite app and help support Herman Moore, man, because he's really trying to do something special for the fans. I wish we had more like this when it comes to some of the Pistons greats, man, because Herman is taking it upon himself when the Lions don't want to. And he's trying to provide a way, man. And he's been helping me out a lot. So shout out to Herman, man. So what is this stream about? Well, where do I start? Tonight's game was, it was so frustrating. Even though we came back and it got exciting at the end, it should have never been that bad in the first place for us to have to come back like that. We had Ashton on the show with us on the stream, for, Woodward Pistons with Sean and from Half Court. And, Ashton realized, this Detroit versus everybody theme, man. It's, they feel it, you know what I'm saying? And tonight it was so obvious. So obvious tonight, man. I mean, they just will not give K respect. Like, come on. So, like I said, man, no fouls, and it even got to the point to where, shout out to Ashton. He went on Twitter. He put the clip on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Foul. K got slapped right in the head. Knocked right in the head. No whistle. No whistle. So he was pissed. I obviously was pissed. Oh, man. No Mike, you are not 6'3", and I am not 6'10". But yeah, man, I absolutely enjoyed myself tonight, man. But I was so frustrated with the referees tonight. I just couldn't take it, man. It was some type of special tonight. I probably yelled to the top of my lungs at least about 20 times tonight. With some of these ticky-tack fouls and some of the lopsided, officiating that was going on out there. Everything they did was a foul. I mean, the most weakest, girlish fouls that you can ever dream of. They gave it to them. But for us, man, good luck with that. Good luck with that, man. I'm getting some pretty interesting messages right now. But I don't know, man. Is it just me? Or did you guys notice the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Did you see the true Detroit versus everybody come out tonight, man? Because they hating on Cade tough, bro. Tough. They don't want to give Cade nothing. They don't want to get this man is the number one pick. The number one pick in the 22 draft, bro. I mean, not the 22 draft. I'm sorry. The 21 draft. And he gets no respect. He gets no respect. That's why I made that video I made back in the past, weeks back, man, because if he was anywhere else but here, that man would get his respect. But for some reason, he just doesn't get that first round pick respect that we all know, that we've all seen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know what to do in this situation because, with this type of thing, it's just like, bro, it gets exhausting. It really gets exhausting. You taking Paolo Banchero, huh? I'm glad that Paolo is, still in the tournament. I'm glad he's still in the tournament because it gives him more exposure than the other guys. Everybody else pretty much is done. It probably pushes him back to number one by the time it's said and done if Duke really does something. So it gives us a chance to get a Jabari or Chet Holmgren or, my only thing with, Banchero is his defense, man. He's just absent to me on defense. You know what I'm saying? And we got too many of those guys right now on our team. We got too many of those on our team right now. You know what I'm saying? That is my only thing with him, man. But yeah, definitely his stock is going to rise the more he go deeper into the tournament. None of these guys are the, great defensively except Chet. Chet is the guy that gets all the blocks. But, like I said, we've seen the issues he had when they got eliminated. He's going to get in foul trouble a lot simply because of that frame, especially in the NBA. You seen the whistles we got tonight. What you think they're going to do to Chet, man? Appreciate that, Joshua. Yeah, man. Yeah. This draft is very deep. It is very deep, man. Very deep draft. We are very fortunate to be, restoring the Pistons at this time right now. This is a very, very deep draft, man. And it's definitely been fun, watching March Madness, man, because like tonight, shout out to the Peacocks. Shout out to the Peacocks tonight, man. Like I said, number 15 seed, getting it done, man. Going to the Elite Eight. So, you know what I'm saying? They getting it done. But yeah, man. I don't know what to do with this situation because it's just disgusting, and you get so tired of seeing it. You get so tired of talking about it. It's nothing that we can do but sit back and watch. But they don't want to give this man the respect on the court. They don't want to give him the respect he deserves off the court. They keep just tossing Mobley out there. They want to talk about Cade's first couple of games. Like what? Like, is that your reason? That's your reason why you feel like Cade is not the rookie of the year? Are you kidding me? His start to the season, is he not outplaying Mobley? You know what I'm saying? Mobley is nurtured over there. Dude is playing with all-stars over there. He got Jarrett Allen and Lauri Markkanen next to him. And then you got all-star guards. Like, come on, bro. That doesn't make you better. You being nurtured. Your job is easy. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. His Cade's job is hard, number one, because he doesn't get fouls. He does get fouls called for him. But at the same time, man, the Pistons, they were struggling for a while. But they flipped all of that around, man, once everybody got healthy. It's not Cade's fault that his team was unhealthy, that Jeremy Grant was out, that Kelly Olynyk was out. Killian was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah got hurt. Frank Jackson been hurt on and off. Like, it's everybody on this team been hurt at some point. You know what I'm saying? We just could not get healthy, man. And when we finally get some guys out there on the court, not to mention in this last month that we've been playing with 8 and 9 man teams and still going out there being competitive and winning some of those games. Not to mention that. We just gonna skip all and gloss right over that. But come on, bro. Come on, dog. It's just crazy to me, man. It's crazy. They try to use that when it comes to especially our franchise. The Pistons ain't winning. So, they're going to find a reason not to have a Detroit Piston player win it. But Cade is doing an overwhelming job right now, and he's going to make them give it to him. If anything, before you don't give it to him, I'd rather you have him as rookie of the year. There's no way that Cade should not have his hands on that trophy. I see you, Kawana. There's no way. Not to me. Not to me. This dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, they did us dirty, RJ. They did us absolute dirty, man. Some things, man, they just never change, man. They never change. But any of my fellow YouTubers, man, and contributors, Pistons talkers, through the link in the comments for y'all, if you want to jump in here. But yeah, absolutely crazy. I get sick of it. I get so sick of it, man. Like I said, my father-in-law was yelling to the top of his lungs, man, about some of them calls tonight. Let's you know what? Let's do this. Let's see this. We're gonna do this real quick. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm going to pull this up on Twitter real quick. I'm going to pull up Ashton real quick and the video clip that he had on. We're going to listen to it. First of all, shout out to Chris Paul, man. Very, very high praise. We're going to check that out after we go and look at this clip right here. Yeah, there it is. Let me go back up. All right. Let's play this. Get the volume Take it back. All right, let's listen to this, man.
Oh yeah, what do we gotta do to get a foul, man? Like, what else we gotta do, dog? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
K lost the handle going out of bounds, and it's gonna stay with Detroit. So it was partially deflected by Anthony Gill.
Slapped in the head, bro. Slapped in the head, dude.
Bro.
Like, what we gotta do to get a foul, man? Like, what else we gotta do, dog? Like, come on, bro.
Let's take a look. Let's look at it again. Now look at K. K keeps his he laughing. He trying to keep his composure. He pissed off, man, because they gave him a technical foul already.
Right.
You know, so he trying to keep his composure, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, dog, you know, what more did this kid got to do to get his respect?
If he was wearing any other jersey, I swear to you, he will be getting calls galore. Guess how many foul calls he had tonight?
How many, man? That's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
No
you mean tell me nobody fouled K tonight?
No free throws. My mistake. No free throws tonight.
No free throws.
All. Still put up 29 and 7. It's
so
ridiculous.
Y'all see what we saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what we saying. That's why Ashton put that up there, man, because it's like, dog, it's like, come on, man.
It's really getting out of hand at this point.
Yeah, it's so obvious. It's crazy, man. It's just it's disrespectful at this point. It's straight up disrespectful, man.
And you and I are both there, so like, it's a whole nother ball game when you can actually see it in person.
Right.
We saw it in person. I could hear some of the slaps that they weren't. Everybody in the building could hear it. And the rest, for some reason, just do not want to give him his respect. It's kind of blatant at this point to me. It's getting kind of bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, it don't even make sense no more.
Nah, it really don't. It really don't, bro.
That's right quick. Let's look at the stats. That's the Wizards. Let me see. Nobody cares. They gave the Wizards every damn call that they wanted in the book. Yeah, dog. 0 free throw attempts, man. There you have it right there. 0 free throw attempts, bro. Still shot 50% from the floor.
0.
0 attempts, bro.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Let's see who had more free throws.
Hold on. I done put it down. Oh, yeah. Sadiq had 8. Yeah, Sadiq had 8 free throws at least.
Come on, man.
But K can't get nothing. K is the one attacking the basket. You mean to tell me nobody fouled this man?
Right.
Nobody fouled this man. Come on, dog.
It's all good though, man.
Yeah, they capping hard, bro. They really capping hard, man.
Yeah.
Man, but my man Deuce was in the building.
Yeah, man. They shout out to King, bro. King got the plug, bro. I thought I had the plug. King had the plug. Hooked me up with the tickets tonight, man. Good looking out, my guy, for real.
That's that shout out to my my homeboy, you know, for supplying me with the tickets, man. DeCarlo, man. He you know, he's a subscriber, been a long time subscriber, man. And he hit me up with some free tickets. So I already had 4 tickets. But then, you know, like I said, after Herman Moore hit me with the sweet tickets, man, I said, okay, well, I can get these to somebody else, man. So the first thing I thought of, you know, after that stream we had was like, man, who want to come to the game? You know what I'm saying? So I shot a few to you. I shot a few to Easy, man, so he can get his nephew and them to come. So, and I shot
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because they ended up meeting Isaiah.
Yeah, right, man.
Making dreams come true all around, bro.
No, but that was dope, man. Also, you know, like I said, I got to stand right next to Isaiah, even though I didn't get to take the picture. Ooh. He had this chick with him, man. She was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go inside." It was him, man, and Mark Aguirre, man. And they was in the hallway, and we could not get. I got the picture. I posted the picture on Instagram and Twitter, man, but we couldn't get the picture with him. You know, at least I got my
Okay.
bobblehead though. I got my bobblehead. You know.
Yeah, bro, you are always like, you know that old saying, if you early, you on time. If you on time, you late. That is what you seem to live by, because you are always
Hey.
like 3 hours early.
Hey,
before
God
everybody
rest my
else.
dad's soul, man. But I get that from my pops, bro. You know, my pops say
That's what's
all get there early. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Early bird get the worm, man. Early bird gets the worm. You like I said, I just figured that he would be there, you know, walking around and signing some stuff and you know, stuff like that. So I say, I'm gonna get down here early, man. I already knew I was gonna get the bobblehead because I had the suite, you know what I'm saying? You automatically gonna get it.
Right.
But I just wanted to try to get, you know, close to Isaiah Thomas because, like I said, he's the one who started my Pistons fandom.
Yeah.
You know, so my pops watching him, man. So shout out to Easy nephew and them got lucky, man. Shout out to Easy.
Man, hey, that's coming back to you though. It's coming back to you. What were your biggest takeaways from tonight, bro?
My biggest takeaways from tonight, man. On the defensive end, it just continues to point out how much we need a bigger presence down there in the paint. We need somebody to, you know, be able to block some shots, man, to really affect. Like I said, you know, Porzingis and them, man, and Bryant, you know, they long, big guys. And for some reason, Casey kept throwing Key out there, the new kid. I don't understand that. But, you know, Isaiah was out of the game. Bagley's not your defenseman. You know what I'm saying? Kelly didn't play. So it's like we always shorthanded when it comes to the paint. And I'm you know, I'm not gonna say I'm tired of it, but you know, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, man, that it's gonna affect us. It's gonna affect us a lot in losing games because you've seen them close off the lanes too for Cade. You know, they wasn't respecting nobody as far as a live threat, except when Bagley was in the game. So, you know, like I said, we just need a big, bro. We need a big.
I agree, bro. I mean, Bagley, he's a big body, he's long, he's athletic, but he's not a rim protector yet. I think that's the next jump that he needs to make in his progression and just being a rim protector. He's a lot of times he's active, but it's difference between being active and being effective in the paint defensively. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, man. Yeah, like I say, you know, this thing with Bagley, he's super duper athletic on offense, man. But when it comes time to block a shot, that athleticism goes zoop right out the window, man. So, you know, like I said, we just got to get that guy.
Yeah.
We need that big, long guy, athletic guy, man. That's just gonna be down there looking for somebody shot to block, and that'll help us out a lot. You know, especially in pick and roll, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said,
you looking at that guy in New York?
You know I am. You know I am, man. But yeah, tell you the truth. I think that's where we gonna look. A lot of people, we talking about who we gonna get in the draft. You know, whoever we get in the draft is not gonna be that guy. We got to go in free agency to get that guy. So, you know, like I said, Mitchell Robinson obviously is a much cheaper ticket than somebody like Ayton.
Yep.
Which I truly do believe is going to stick with the Suns unless they are absolute disaster in the playoffs or something. But
yeah, I agree.
I truly do think that, you know, Mitchell Robinson will have a mutual type of entrance with the Pistons, man, because it's obviously wants to get out of New York. You know, you see a young team with the way that the Pistons is building and the, you know, type of coach that you got over here and Troy Weaver, you know, stuff travel around the league. You seen, you know, tonight people was reposting what Chris Paul was saying about Cade.
Yeah.
You know, the league is definitely on notice. They're on notice.
I agree, bro.
You know, even though they won't give us our respect, though, Deuce.
I know. It's all good though, because I think the players in the league understand that. Because you think about like the Sacramento Kings, they have a better record than we do. But look at Bagley's attitude with the Kings versus being here. You heard what he said in the last post-game interview. He said this team is going to be very, very good. Just his enthusiasm around the league. People are beginning to understand that the record is not indicative of who we are and how good we're going to be going forward. So it's all good. They can laugh all they want right now, but come next year,
it ain't gonna be funny.
Turning heads. Yeah, exactly.
Be funny.
Yep.
Like I said, we young right now, but okay, next year is go time. Troy Weaver, this year was his last year going into the well. You know what I'm saying, to get some guys out to draft. Next year is that year. Dwayne Casey gave that hint when he was talking about Killian and the other young guys. Earlier this week when he was speaking on Killian being in the development phase of his career right now. He said next year is not going to be that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what the Pistons doing next year. Is they trying to do something next year. So it's going to be fun, especially for him to have, 3 straight games in double figures, man. That's encouraging. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely encouraging. Yeah. So, and he was attacking the basket tonight. So that's encouraging. But for Ashton to say what he said while we was on the show the other day, that just helps. You know what I'm saying? That helps a lot.
Yeah, bro.
I hope that happens, man. I really do.
I do too. And especially, since next year we're going to have Corey Joseph on the roster. God. You know what I'm saying?
Relief, man. Hey, how many is this Magruder's last year too?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. If he's expired after this season. That's a good question.
Comment section. I know somebody in the comments know. Comment section.
Yes.
But I'm ready to see the old guys get out of here, man.
That's a great question.
It's not. So he got another. He had 2 years.
So. Yeah, I know you are, bro.
Yeah, these old guys got to go. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm already
got one more.
I'm in flux already about Jeremy Grant's future. I don't know, man, with Jeremy Grant. Are we gonna keep him or are we not? Or is the Portland thing gonna happen? I don't know, bro. What you think?
I don't know, bro. Like I feel like we're not gonna be in a rush to move him. But I feel like if the opportunity is there, I think draft night is gonna be very, very important. Lottery too, depending on where Portland lands with that pick. Because if they fall too low, Troy probably looking elsewhere anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it just, and if it falls if it's high, then they might not be trying to give it away. So I think it just depends on where it falls. If it falls anywhere between 5 and 7, I think it may be a good chance that we may make a move. But anything other than that, I don't know if Troy's going to be in a rush to move him. It's hard to really say with Jeremy because you look at nights like tonight when he didn't play after the first few minutes of the game, and you saw how the ball was moving. The ball was hopping. It was moving.
Right.
It looked like the type of basketball that we're used to seeing in the glory days. Like you always allude to this, bro. The 2 things we look for in Detroit basketball when we're winning is hard-nosed defense and moving that ball and playing together. Yeah. That's what we saw tonight. So, and Jeremy wasn't playing. So not to him, but you kind of see the potential of these young guys when they're playing together. So it's hard to say, bro. It's hard to say.
Hey, we'll see, man.
What you think? What you think?
I honestly think I'm glad we didn't trade him, at the deadline, man. I think his value is going to be even higher, in this situation. Like I said, I honestly, the way that they was talking though, him and Nurkic and
oh man,
Hart, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But bro, the way they was talking, that was that talk like you seen LeBron and them doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for me to, and like I said, they want to please Dame Lillard over there right now in Portland because they absolutely have done zeros to me since he's been there. So, they want to get some guys over there, man. And dude, I think it just might mess around and happen, man. I just think it might actually happen. But if it don't, I'm good with it. I just, Troy's gonna do his due. He's gonna do his due. What up, though, Easy? You home? I see you in the comments, Easy.
Right. He a happy camper right now.
Right. Lucky man.
Oh man. But yeah, I could see Jeremy fitting over there in Portland. I really could. I think he would be a natural fit. A nice second and third option to go with Dame. Now that CJ is gone, I can see him fitting like a glove over there.
Here comes Sean, y'all. You hear him? Drop that.
I heard him through the phone.
Easy, you can bring your behind here too.
Yeah. I know he got a lot to say about tonight.
Oh man.
Man. So what we sitting? We sitting third, right? As far as the lottery odds right now. Now we third.
I think so. Who else played tonight? Let me see.
Yeah. Let's check that too.
See who played, man. Houston played tonight, but they're playing right now, actually.
They up too.
And they up at the half.
Let's
so
go.
Yeah, go ahead and finish that out.
Yeah.
New York is. New York is playing tonight, so Sunday. No, I ain't talking about New York. They ain't in the race. I'm just saying they.
Okay.
I'm trying to see who did what for New York because that's the next enemy. For
right.
Next game. Tomorrow we got the Magic versus the Sacramento Kings. So yeah, it's just Houston tonight. Not Orlando.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Houston gonna get a dub. They up 13 at halftime. Yeah, that should be a dub.
Right.
Yo,
my boy, everything good.
Coming here with the fancy tools.
Oh my God, I gotta get one of those, man.
Hey man, yeah, definitely.
I can do a stupid amount of with this, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, you be like a kid in a candy store or whatever, bro.
Dude,
right?
I'm like one of those radio shows where it's like gravy in the morning. I could do this. Gravy in the morning. Gravy in the morning. Damn, gravy in the morning.
And when I do get it, you gonna have to show me how to use it.
Oh, 100%. King, I will give you the full crash course, my guy.
Man, Rise, you there? Rise?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Rise, I keep trying to get him to make a YouTube channel. He just don't do it.
Yeah, man. I've been a lot busy, but man, I'm for sure gonna get around to it because I for sure got the setup, the green screen setup, everything. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a shot.
Hey, I told you, bro. Just like I tell everybody, man. You need anything? Let me know.
No, for sure.
Let me know.
Just start, man. It's all about getting the rhythm and learn. Content creation is literally just learning as you go. It's jumping out of an airplane and learning how to pull the straps of the parachute. And you might get close to crashing a couple times, but if you keep at it, you'll eventually get it.
No. Yeah.
Sure. All right, so since y'all the new guys in here, we're gonna start with you, Rise. What do you think about this foul situation with Cade, man?
Oh man, like I said, I don't know what the refs are smoking, what is in their bloodstream at the moment. Like, do they need to be drug tested? They always drug testing everybody else. Because
I think the refs part of the cartel, man, or something.
You think they're mad about the beans and cornbread comments?
I don't know, Sean, man. What is it? Explain to me what it is, Sean.
Listen, man. It's that Detroit versus everybody thing. It's just I think it's a young team. I think refs, generally speaking, just prefer veterans when it comes to those calls. I think any time that you're a young, scrappy team that gets a lot of contact and plays aggressive, you're gonna have a difficult time. And I think it's them learning, kind of what they can and can't get away with. But also, let's be honest, part of the game is learning how to manipulate the referees and put them in your favor. So just like the complaint of come on, where's the calls? Yeah, that's one thing. But it's Chris Paul, what he'll do is he'll go up to the ref, point it out to them, have an explicit, detailed response. This is why you're wrong. And then for them to, then turn around and essentially just the next quarter, fourth quarter, they will do the exact thing Chris Paul did. They will call it in his favor and it will win them the game. You know what I mean? That's just the level. Yeah. That's just the level he brings.
That's just
it's understand how to play chess and the psychology of it. It's just as important. Yeah. So they'll learn that. It'll come a time.
So Deuce, man. Who's your pick? Who's your pick, man? We in the top 5 or we in a top 5 situation. Pistons get the number 1 pick. Who's your guy?
So I go back to, I've been going back and forth with this, bro. But one thing I keep going back to, and actually I've been talking to a few people about this. Cade was actually interviewed about who he'd like to play with from this draft. And just for context, they asked him between Jalen Green and Jalen Suggs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And between those two, he actually chose Jalen Green because Jalen Green is not a ball handler, right? He loves now. Kate is very close to Jalen Suggs,
Right.
but in that situation, he chose Jalen Green for that reason. So with that in mind, I'm thinking with this draft, he may want to play with a Paolo or a Jabari more so than a Jaden Ivey for that very reason, because he may not. He wants the ball in his hands. We saw that tonight.
Mm.
He wants the ball in his hands and especially in late game situations. So as of right now, I would probably want Jabari.
It's about finding his Robin.
There you go, bro. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's
But also, it's easy, baby.
Hey,
it's easy, baby.
Isaiah Thomas, tell us about it, Easy.
Man, that was wild. It was literally right after we like split up, and I turned the corner. I think I mean really nothing special, man. It was right by the suites. I don't know if you were by those suites or not, but like whatever suites he came down from was right there. And I seen a suit right away. I'm like, oh, that's Isaiah. And then, like, bro, I expected more people to freak out. I mean, some people did, but I was like, ask the lady. I didn't ask him. I asked the lady he was with. I was real smooth. I'm like, hey, can my kids get a picture with him? And she's like, yeah, just follow us. Like, keep walking, because people obviously, I'm saying Zeke, so people would have been like crowd him if we would have stood there for so long. So like it was a really quick, brief interaction. The funniest shit though is like obviously I asked her and she was like, yeah, just follow us. But then like once we got to the elevators and I was like, I asked Zeke, you know, can my son get a picture with you? He didn't say anything. He walked up, grabbed, because he said he had that. I gave him the car to get the food. So grabbed 2 fries and held them up. All right, get in the picture.
Hilarious.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Mike, I see you in the comments, man. Just click the links. I'll let you get in here, man. Of course.
Hey, it was say real quick. Follow Woodward Pistons on Twitter. I dropped it in the comments. Follow Woodward Pistons.
Yes,
man, that's crazy though. That's a hell of a story right there.
It was literally as soon as we walked away, like as soon as I got back to my seat, I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened? I was literally just talking to this dude.
Literally. And it's crazy too, because like we were talking, Deuce, like how like I missed the bobbleheads. I was like, damn. I kind of want to get the kids the bobbleheads, because it was the dude with the big kid, Jamarcus, that was his first Pistons game.
Oh wow.
Like 13. Yeah, so I was like, what is your first Pistons game? And so I wanted to get him something to remember it by, and then boom, Isaiah Thomas. Right when he turned the corner, I'm like,
hey, heck of a way for him to get to his first one, man. That's crazy.
I'm making him watch that 30 for 30 for sure now too. Just like appreciate that shit. Appreciate that moment a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Like people, like honest to God, Isaiah Thomas does not get nearly amount of love that he gets. Like people talk about the flu game. Can we talk about the game that Isaiah Thomas had at a broken ankle or on a sprained ankle?
Let's do it.
Like the man went out and like dominated on the Lakers, scored what, like 20, 30 points?
25 points in a quarter.
25!
Slept
before they were shooting threes too. But that was like
man literally couldn't walk.
Yeah.
That was down there with the trees.
Down the court. And he was hitting every shot. They were double teaming him. They couldn't stop him. The only reason why we don't talk about that game is because the Pistons ultimately lost and because people don't like Isaiah Thomas. But like, can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Like
we lost.
Like people talk about the flu game. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael Jordan had a bad pizza. Isaiah Thomas's ankle was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I texted Terry. I want to know him, like, was he the best player under 6'2"? At like 6, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I'm envious I never got to like watch him. I can't hear you, Deuce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was probably the most impactful player under 6'2". There's not many players that affect winning as much as Isaiah Thomas does. And for him to do that as an undersized player, especially in an era that was dominant by bigs and you know, even like the playmakers like Magic and Bird were bigger. So, you know, like for a guy that dominant to be that small, like, you know, that just wasn't the norm back then. So he broke the mold in a lot of ways.
Yeah, even Michael Jordan, you know, even he had to admit that, Isaiah was the only true point guard. Like, if you're talking true point guard, 6'3", take Magic Johnson out of the equation. He's the best point guard, true point guard of all time.
Michael Jordan hates Isaiah Thomas, but even he cannot deny how good Isaiah Thomas is. And he should have been on the dream team. He should be higher on people's all-time lists. And, all this, I get like people like the Bulls because they watched The Last Dance 2 times. But listen, I love The Last Dance. I love Jordan, but listen, man, we just gotta put all that crap aside and just appreciate players' greatnesses despite what team they play for and all that and who didn't like who.
Yep.
Man, listen, speaking of height, a lot of you guys didn't obviously eat your vegetables.
I resent that. I resent that.
No. Making me look bigger than I need to look at.
Marcus, bro. My mom is 5'3", my dad is 5'2". I'm lucky I got this tall, okay?
Anthony Pistons Talk. Be sure to follow Pistons Talk. He pointed out Shaq said he's going to try to get Isaiah and Jordan to do a documentary together. Which is a great point.
Would be
wow.
Bro.
Wow. You talking about
that would be amazing.
Go follow Pistons Talk, by the way, man. Pistons Talk on Twitter. He's an OG.
That'd be a great boxing match to watch. I'd love it. All 6 installments.
Shit.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Jordan might beat the shit out of Isaiah. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Shit might be the next Star Wars saga. 6 episodes.
I don't know, man.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You see, if you look at the way I was standing, my legs were a little bit spread apart. You know what I'm saying? So my height, it was sunken in a little bit.
Yeah, that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Letting myself down.
Not working.
To make you look bigger, bro.
Yeah, see.
I'm trying to help you, bro. I'm trying to help you look taller out here.
It's a teamwork thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. How tall are you?
Sean? Mind your own motherfucking business, Sean.
No. Hey, no. Dead ass. Hey, dead ass. You were heavyweight. You walk around with that swagger. How tall are you, Easy? Dead ass.
5'7" on a good day.
5'7" on a good day. Okay.
I forget I'm taller than you. Dang.
Okay. Still beat your ass, Mike.
Yeah, because dude, you smothered me with your titties.
Nah,
Mike. I grabbed your arm too. I had everything.
Yeah, you had everything. I
could have had my way with you that day if I wanted.
On Tinder, I'm 6'1".
Hey, do we need
to have my way with you at any moment?
On Hinge,
pause.
Do we need Shaq to get y'all in the room together?
Good Lord.
Bumble 6'2".
Next time we go to the game, what's going on for the newcomers that's on the screen?
We got to pick the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I introduce myself?
Yes, definitely do that.
All right, so hello guys, what's up? My name is Rafael Chacin, as known as El Capitan Rafucho, representing from Charlotte, North Carolina. Even I was born in Barquisimeto, Venezuela, and that's my first time being with you guys because I've been streaming out my podcast and I've been jumping on the lives where the fans are reaction on the NBA, the NFL, and nice to meet you guys. And when I would see this video on live reaction about the Detroit Pistons, it's it might be a good idea. But I gotta tell you something. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. To be honest, because that's the first team that it came to my heart and my soul when I was 4 years old. And that's when I became a fan of the basketball right now. So I became a fan of sports between the baseball, the basketball, soccer, even wrestling, mixed martial arts, everything. But my first team that I always supported is the Chicago Bulls, because since the first game that I was watching the TV with my dad.
Okay, so I tried, man. I just couldn't.
I was waiting. I was like, is King about to do
if he had said,
I was giving him a chance to say, "Hey, I'm a Bulls fan, but I like the Pistons or something."
Yeah,
I couldn't do it, bro. Sorry. I mean, this is a Pistons stream. The Bulls. the Bulls are literally arch enemies. You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
so
That's
it's
the worst
like
thing you can say.
no,
thing.
yeah. What's good, Damari, man? What's going on with you, bro?
Let me start out by saying this. First of all, how is everybody doing tonight?
Good, man.
Fantastic.
We doing good.
All right,
Doing great.
I want to say thank you for cutting him off because I'm waiting on that part. Like, okay, well, but the Pistons, such and such, such and such.
Easy.
I'm like, so you just gonna keep rambling about the Bulls for what? That's one thing. The second thing, when y'all got to talking about Isaiah, it struck a nerve with me because I'm like, dog, like it kills me how much people never talk about that game. Like you said, Sean, like, okay, Michael Jordan had a bad pizza. Like my
Yeah.
dog was on a broken leg, like on a broken ankle. 25 points in one quarter, like a finals record that has never been broken.
Michael
Like-
had mushrooms that sat on the counter too long. Boo-hoo. Isaiah
Yo,
Thomas was playing on a severed
listen.
leg, man.
So listen, this speaks to the narrative and it speaks to why I even started this entire stream. It's a reason why they don't talk about that. And what's that reason?
Legacy.
Literally, it's Detroit versus everybody, bro. They,
Mhm.
you know,
It
Isaiah
literally
Thomas
is.
and the Detroit Pistons, they're not gonna up that man like that.
Mhm.
You know, that's not
It
gonna
literally
happen.
is. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Because I talk with my brothers about the history of this franchise all the time. I was talking to my brother last week because we all from Detroit. But I literally I had to tell him, like, bro, I don't even think you notice or understand how great your hometown squad is. Like the history throughout the whole franchise. Like
Right.
I don't even think he understand how good the 03-04 going to work Pistons was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People
don't
overlook it, man.
They don't never talk about what they did. And then I don't understand that shit for nothing. It's like
Mhm.
everything they accomplished, it never existed. Like
Never.
what
The
like,
NBA,
what-
they literally changed the rules on how players can defend because of that team.
because of the Pistons.
Hand check rule, yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
That shit.
We
And
have
on top-
championship teams that was holding people to 60 points in games.
Bro,
You know what I'm
I was literally
Yeah.
just telling him
Yep.
that, dog. Like we was holding people under 60, 70 points, bro.
and
You know
on
what
top
it
of
is?
that,
13 straight games.
and on top of
You
that,
know what it
13
is?
straight.
Yep.
It's
Look,
a lot of
13
people,
straight
you know,
games, bro.
they don't realize that, man, and it's not sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's not sexy,
Right.
sexy to a lot of people. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? We're not the flashy team. We're not running down shooting a bunch of threes all over the place. So, you know, they don't really grasp to that like they should, man. But the thing is, you know, I think it's got part to do with the city too. Detroit, besides sports, already had some type of negativity towards them. So when we have the bad boys, because the Celtics literally was one of the dirtiest fucking teams I ever seen in my life.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
when we did it in Detroit, oh, that just took it to the next level. Go ahead, Sean.
I have a take that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a long time, and I've been waiting for the moment to share it. And I just got to do it because it pisses me off. In what world should Anthony Davis be on the NBA 75 team before Ben Wallace? If you look at career accomplishments,
Yep.
the
No,
impact that they have on the game, everything that they've done over the careers, Ben Wallace is a four-time NBA champion. I mean, not a four-time NBA champion, four-time Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, multiple Eastern Conference Finals runs, NBA.
Sean, listen. Screw that. Anthony Davis need to play 75 fucking games first.
Listen, man. Like Anthony Davis, are you telling me with the past couple of years he's had that he should be like? I know, I'm sorry. He historically has had some good seasons that meant nothing to winning. On top of that, and then he comes to LA. A guy can barely ever come on the court. He needed an entire 3-month break in order to get ready to go down to the bubble to win the championship. Like we can tell, like it's a thing. Like that rest really helped that Lakers team get a championship because now that they don't have it, that team can't stay healthy. And like, one of the best abilities is availability. When did Ben Wallace miss games?
Right.
Never. Like the guy was out there pretty much all the time. When
They
he
called
was
that man the body. They call him the body for a reason, bro. This man
he was
a
on the
machine.
court almost at all times. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like
I-
I just even like Anthony point. Dwight Howard made that list, and Dwight Howard was great at his peak. He's like, come on, man. Like it is straight up disrespect, especially to the only undrafted player to ever make
the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame. And
Yep.
he is not on the 75 greatest players of the NBA's history.
Real quick, Sean, Deuce trying to make sure his mic works. See if it works right now, Deuce.
Oh my God.
No, I totally. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm sorry.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I had to get that off my chest.
Calm down, Sean.
No,
I
yeah,
had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, man.
I
No,
need to
Sean, I
take my
totally agree, bro. I was
baby
thinking
heart
back to
medicine or
like
something.
Go ahead, dude.
just getting back to those that game, against when Isaiah had the broken ankle. Do y'all realize we lost that game by 1 point?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was going so hard. We were 1 point away from a three-peat because the following year we swept the Lakers.
Listen.
In the following year we beat Portland in 5.
How history repeats itself, because I say every 15 years, man, we get these squads, but like I said, we were 1 point away from a three-peat. But then you look at the Pistons, the go-to-work Pistons, and the Spurs. We were one damn fucking three-pointer. You see what I'm saying? So it's man,
from that dynasty.
Yeah,
that same game we lost by 1 point. It was 2-2. We were at home in game 5, and we lost by 1 point.
Yep.
Crazy,
again,
man.
So
and then what? 6 straight Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Even after that, you make 4 more after that. Like it's nothing.
Yep.
And I think what I wanted to say though is first of all, like Isaiah Thomas, I think the Michael Jordan flu game, his legacy goes down if he plays in the modern era, because that doesn't happen. Like if your biggest game comes because Uber Eats didn't exist, like Isaiah Thomas breaking his leg, that is insane. But what I was saying about the Ben Wallace thing, I keep thinking about it, is you look at like the stats and you look at the hype. Ben Wallace didn't have any hype. It's a big recency bias thing too. Like Anthony Davis, #1 pick, all that. If you're a casual NBA fan who looks at it and says like, oh, he averaged like 7 points 1 year, you're like, oh, what is that? But like, you remember the 03-04 finals? That was the whole matchup was we're going to put Ben 1-on-1 with the most dominant player in the league.
Yep.
And let Kobe shoot.
Yep.
And that's how people don't realize every team up to that point had double team Shaq. They put 2 guys on him, and that's how Kobe would come in and score. So what they did is Kobe's like, wait a minute, Ben's 1-on-1 with Shaq, holding his own at least.
Exactly. Only one of the league that could.
Shaq said Ben Wallace was one of the strongest dudes he ever played against.
You know
that
what?
was
During that three-peat, when the Lakers won, he went up against Rick Spitz.
Yep.
Then he went up against Mutombo, and then he went up against who? Who did he go up against when the Nets played? When we don't even remember who the Nets center was, but Mutombo was the only other guy who has 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards other than Ben Wallace, and he was getting destroyed by Shaq.
That was also 90. Dikembe was like 97 at that point, though.
He was still effective defensively. Right. He was like offensively, he was trash, but defensively, he was still holding his own.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, just go.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, what I just don't get is you have a player as dominant as Ben Wallace, those Defensive Player of the Year, and why does he leave Detroit? Because they didn't want to give him the ball for 3 possessions to score a couple points. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Well, another reason was because Detroit's offer was a 4-year, $48 million. He wanted the $560, and so Detroit wouldn't go the extra $12 million for the cap hit.
Here, let me say this,
which is still stupid. But
not to cut you off, Sean. If y'all got some kids in the comments, you cover the phone. Joe Dumars is a stupid fucking bitch. That's why.
Sean was ready.
Stupid ass, man. Like I said, you making me think about the Chauncey and Iverson trade. Everything is coming to mind now. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying that to Neil Rule on Big D Energy one day. He was getting heated, but I was like, look, bro, like he lucked into that championship. Every single move he made outside of that draft of Tayshaun, which he still messed up with the Darko situation. He made the good move with trading for Rashid, but every single thing outside of that was bad.
Well, everything after that was bad, but you got to give him the credit for the construction of that roster. Like you can acknowledge both, acknowledge
He lucked
both
into it.
that he made the right moves in order to put that team in the position to succeed, but also made moves simultaneously that set the franchise up for failure in the long term. I think that both can be true.
You know, the thing is, like I said, yeah, he put that roster together. Got to give him credit for that. I think it made him a little overconfident in himself because he just started doing drastically stupid stuff.
Shit.
Yep.
And it just was, you know, it's to the point to now where the relationship's so bad. Joe Dumars doesn't even want to show up to stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Because people get down on him about, you know, some of the stuff that he did, which he does deserve. He deserves praise, but at the same time, he deserves the flack that he gets.
In my opinion, I think he got a free ride on the championship for a little too long. I understand, like, you know, when you win a championship, you earn like a certain respect. And I mean, especially him being Joe Dumars in the organization. I mean, come on.
He brought three championships.
Yeah, it's hard
Every
to fire
championship
that
ever
guy,
had, he touched.
right? But like at the same time, like when it was clear that he wasn't equipped to lead a rebuild and to like put that next generation together, because there wasn't ever direction. There wasn't ever like a reset.
Yeah.
It was just trying to continue what was there when we had like the shell of what was there.
Yep.
And real talk too, like I feel like the reason why I say he lucked into it is I think Rashid was huge in that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no doubt. Like, and the fact that Rashid got a little bit in trouble and we were able to make that trade, like, that's a little bit of a blessing, man.
Well, yeah, the fact that we were able to get him.
He was like, Rashid could have put up like big, stupid, dummy numbers if he wanted to, but he was just a team guy when he came to Detroit. And just real quick, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, but Kevin Garnett said he listed his hardest dudes to guard. It's Kevin Garnett too, like probably, you know what I'm saying, he's up there with one of the greatest power forwards, but he said Tim Duncan, obviously great. But I think Rashid was the other dude he said, and I was like, damn.
Yep.
Rashid was creative, man. He
could stretch the floor too.
Yeah, he was like the prototypical stretch five before the stretch five was really a thing. He was kind of he was kind of ahead of his time if you really think about it. He's a guy that could seriously thrive in any era that he plays in.
Exactly. You know, Rip Hamilton said some real stuff the other day, man, when he said that, you know, Rashid could have easily got 30 if he wanted to. And like I said, you're not going to stop Rasheed Wallace. You're just not. We talk about Dirk all the time and how unstoppable his shot was. You can't block Rasheed Wallace's shot either because it's so high arcing. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was that before we got him over here. And, you know, like I said, when he got traded to Atlanta first, you know, a lot of people thought that Rasheed was done, man.
You never cared about the technical fouls because, like, you know, he affected the game positively in so many different ways. Like, ultimately, the technical foul never really mattered because it's like, oh, well, he's an insanely good playmaker, or he's making clutch shots, or he's getting defensive stops if he needs to. He's getting rebounds. Like, you know, there's he's a leader. Like, there's just he does so much to affect the game positively. Like, who gives a shit if he calls the ref like a fucker? You know what I mean? Like,
man, this comment just made me cringe, man. That's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you drafted this guy because he had a good workout. Like, what
best workout you've ever seen.
And then you look at that, you look down the line and Stan Van Gundy doesn't draft Donovan Mitchell.
I was just about to say, can we look at the fact that we had two workouts? Like the one time they should have gone off the workout, they didn't.
I saw the hardest jersey tonight. This dude was walking around with the Pistons practice squad Mitchell jersey. I was like, wow, that's hard. That shit's hard. Yeah, it was like the practice jersey. You know what I'm saying? He had to get it custom made for sure. It was 45 and everything. I'm like, yo, that's only the real ones would understand what that was.
Yo, easy. I don't know if you knew it or not, but they had flashed you on the screen real quick.
Yeah,
I was on it. You ain't even notice it, man. They had you on the Jumbotron real quick. Yep.
You were on the Jumbotron.
Yeah. I did. I was trying to tell the kids too. They weren't even looking. I was like, damn. I was at that point where the game was getting hype, and I sat them down. I'm like, look, I'm not. Like, you're not going to this game again. You're not going to another game if you don't start cheering. We turn it up. Like, this is how you come to the game and you root for your damn team. Yeah. You're not just, you know what I'm saying? Like, defense. Come on now. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that whole atmosphere was live. Like, I saw it from TV. Yeah. Like, the noise they were making when Kate made that mid-range shot. Like, dude. That was live.
That brought the house down, man.
Hey, Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
No, you go ahead, Mike. I was gonna bring something up, but you go ahead real quick.
Also, we can't overlook the fact that Key made that shot from the freaking free throw line after the buzzer. That was insane. No one's mentioning that. He drained a full court shot. Sign him for the rest of the year for that reason.
I actually felt bad for the kid, though, man.
Yeah.
They just threw him out there to the dogs. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he literally just signed that 10-day, and he just tossed him out there. You don't even know what's going on. I feel bad for him.
He fought hard.
Yeah, he tried.
I mean, only thing that he had to work on was every time he went to the rack, he kept bringing the ball low to where they could just smack it out of his hand.
Yeah, man.
If he just moved his arms a little bit better, he was getting to the rack. It was just that he didn't get that part down. But it's all right, though.
The turning point in that game to me was when fucking Hibachi, whatever the hell, however you say that dude's name.
You ain't right, man.
Who dunked beef dude was like
Rui Hachimura.
Ass breath everywhere. As soon as that happened, the Pistons was like, fuck this shit.
Man, Benny Hanna was going off.
Hibachi.
Oh my God. Benny Hanna. All right. Can I bring something up real quick?
Hold on, real quick. What's this dude's name?
Hachimura.
There you go.
Hachimura.
Hibachi.
Yeah.
You know what?
He said Hibachi.
I remember his name.
Cooking him up like he Hibachi. Hurry, Hachimura, boy.
That's why I just want that one big mean dude on the bench that you can just throw in to get back at him. You know,
Yeah.
Like go get him, man. Go clothesline him or something.
Go get an enforcer.
Yeah.
We got Corey Joseph.
Can I just say real quick? First of all, for those that may have not seen it, or for those that may have seen it, the Ashton interview. Thanks to everyone that tuned in.
Legendary.
If you haven't seen it, you got to go check it out. It was awesome. King, you and I FaceTimed later that night because there were things that transpired from it that made us go, "What the?"
Yeah.
And that we can't talk about, but what we can say,
wait, what
is that cool stuff's happening down the line?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
just be on the look. Just be on the lookout for some greatness. I'll say that.
This summer might be crazy. Is all I'm saying.
Like him training Pistons players thing.
Oh no, he said that live. I gave him the question. He said that he wanted to train Killian, that he is going to train Stu. That's already in the bag already.
Yeah, the training Stu thing. I think that was kind of low key a news thing. I thought that was that felt like an exclusive, if you will. That was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, the stream was a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. It was a fun interview. And
Definitely.
King killed it on there. Deuce killed it on there. Easy killed it on there.
Pistons talk. You know what, see, man? What you trying to do, Pistons talk? You know how sensitive that name is here when it comes to the fan base, bro. What are you doing?
Anthony wants blood, bro.
He fits perfect with this team. This team.
If he's playing his current role that he plays in Brooklyn.
Not a team full of old school teachers and a bunch of guys from. I'm not even getting to that. Let's stick this thing back to Cade, man, because we kind of got off topic, man. This damn disrespect that Cade is getting is crazy. I showed the clips before all of you guys got in here. Me and Deuce was looking at the clip. Ashton, the trainer, had posted on Twitter just one of the plays, man, and put it in slow-mo. Cade gets slapped right across the damn head.
By KCP?
Yeah, huh?
By KCP?
Yeah, ref is right there. The ref is right there. You know what I'm saying? Cade can't really plead his case because he already got a technical foul. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's getting to the point to where it's just so obvious. It's just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is really going on here? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do, because if he was so pissed that he walked to the bench, a couple of guys, they reached out to give him a foul. He couldn't even do it at the moment. He was that pissed.
Mm-hmm. I saw that too.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? Where do we go?
I've never seen him that mad. I mean, obviously he's only not even been here full season yet, but I've never seen Cade that mad. He's always been like the calm, cool, collective dude. Yeah. I mean, he got teed up. It
Yeah.
And he even got mad at the other end of the floor because he did have a foul on the other end when he was driving. He pushed my man literally like right after, but
yeah,
he's
but
cool,
it's
calm,
'cause
and
he's
collected, but
frustrated,
he can show emotion. He can have emotion out there, which is not a bad thing. I don't
I'm
mind
not
seeing
saying
that.
bad thing. It's just that that's how bad it was tonight.
Yeah, it comes out when it needs to.
And then on top of that, you know, in insults and injury, man. The on the other side of the ball, you just giving this guy ticky tack fouls, bro.
That's what made it bad.
You giving them offensive fouls. It's just like, come on, bro. Like this is at this point, it's almost attack. You know what I'm saying? It's like you attacking this kid. So yeah, man. I don't know.
I think I was talking to you like about this when we were talking at Half King. Like I feel like half the time the refs remember that he's the first overall pick, Cade Cunningham, and they'll give him some calls. But then I feel like the other half of the time they're like, oh yeah, but he plays for Detroit. And so you'll sometimes see him get a couple of those superstar calls, but for the most part, they don't give him any treatment. I don't expect it. But when it happens to the rest of the league and all these big players, that's when you start going like, man, this is so frustrating. And Cade was playing angry. Like he came straight out the gate in the third, just playing. He was trying to get a couple poster dunks and he almost had it, but I wish that he would get a little bit of that superstar treatment sometimes.
I think he's just going through the rookie woes. You know what I mean? Like I think he's just I think a lot of times like it's just going through the ropes and refs it's not just a Detroit thing. Like they're just not going to give those young guys those calls. And I think, like I said, you have to find out how to play the game a little bit because there are players that, know how to manipulate and do things to their favor. Like, like Kyle Lowry, like beyond the flopping as a game manager, the things that he's able to do and position himself for charges, but also like offensive fouls or get guys to like foul him on screens. Like there's just guys that like are just good at positioning themselves to get calls. And I think, and I don't think it's dirty play. I think it's just strategy. I think it's just knowing the game and, knowing who's going to call the game and what they're going to look for. Cause there's an agenda, like refs talk about like how they're like every night they meet beforehand and they're given the agenda of like, hey, this is what we need to focus on tonight. So like they don't ref each game the same. They just don't. And like a lot of times with those young players, they're just not going to get the calls. And I hate it, but that's just the way it is.
One thing that was encouraging to me, because K was deferring early in the first half. He was really deferring, looking to get other guys involved. But I think at halftime he had 5 points. And midway through the third quarter, he was up to 16, 17. So he can get a bucket really whenever he wants, even without foul calls. He can just go get a bucket. So I think once he starts getting those calls, he's really going to be unstoppable in the next year or two.
Yeah. Hey, Shaolin, thanks for the donation to our guy King. Hey, I think this is gonna unleash something in Cade if he comes back next year with braids. We know what time it is. The dog is coming.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna motivate him.
I got you, King. By the way, I'll read your donos if you're going. I got you,
listen, even though I turn the camera off, I'm still here and I'm still I got my mic on. I'm just eating. I don't want people to see me.
I got your back though, King. No, I got your back. And no one else here. No one else is jumping to read that for you, bro. I got you. It's okay.
But can I read like a quick stat? To your point, I agree with you, Sean, on the balancing thing. Like, it's a way where you can manipulate and get calls eventually. And like, I don't want to get to the point to where, he's focusing on getting a call more than making a shot. Because sometimes that happens with big stars in late moments where he just flop and throw the game away. But
but there's ways to have conversations even with refs during the game, like a quick conversation of, hey, this is what happened. Let me break it down for you. And like refs are going to look for that later in the game. They just do. Like Chris Paul is a master at that kind of stuff. There's a way to do it without getting a technical foul. So
K had 20 points. 20 of his 22 points came in the paint. And no free throws. Like
how many times has Cade had like a 30 or 20 point game with no free throws? By the way,
ridiculous.
Insane.
Ridiculous, bro.
Probably the most in the NBA. To be honest with you.
Oh,
and you trying to tell me that Evan Mobley job ain't easy compared to Cade's?
Come on, now.
Yeah,
it's easy, baby.
Come on,
it's easy, baby.
We have an all-star assistant on every point that he gets. A literal all-star, and Darius Garland assisting and setting him up. every single
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
Like,
Stretch
getting
the
them the
floor.
ball in the right
I
places.
mean, let's just be
and-
honest, man. Playing the power forward center position is not as difficult as playing point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
So,
not
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah. Double doubles come easier. Your percentage is higher. Like you have way less turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Hey,
Evan-
Easy, can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay. Did you get that Easy Baby, the LeVar Ball thing? Did you get that through Cameo?
No, I did not. I was trying. So he was supposed to. I got duped for real by like some lady who said that she was his.
I did too.
You did?
Same
By
thing
Mexican
happened to me.
lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got duped. He was supposed to do a podcast, but he was like, "Oh no," he thought it was a cameo, but no, it was supposed to be a podcast.
Man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
I
Well,
think. Go ahead, John.
I was just gonna say my dream
Big
cameo.
David.
I want to get Dikembe Mutombo going. It's Dikembe Mutombo. You're watching from F court, but it's like $1,000 to get him to do one for a promo or a business. But once I get the bag, that is one of my goals. Damn it.
So,
I will
King-
spend that money.
King, if you were wondering why he was reading your donos, it's because he wants that $5 to put towards the Dikembe fund.
Yes, exactly. We're if you want to fund the Dikembe Foundation,
The
subscribe
Dikembe
to From Half
Foundation.
Court.
From Half Court, my guy Sean
Right.
ready. Subscribe.
no,
Oh my God.
No, Dikembe Mutombo from Half Court. Dude,
Not in my house.
Yeah.
The ref do when K wants a
man.
call.
I'm telling
no,
you.
no.
Hey, yo, King,
Yeah.
Bro,
I think-
just look at those numbers,
King,
man.
please read. Yeah, I was gonna say, please read
Yeah,
that
that's
stat by
crazy.
Pistons. too.
Like, come on, man. Free throw attempts by a Piston, man. First
Yeah.
58 career game. Look at Kate.
That is
Crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Hey,
man.
K,
Wow.
this is an era where you
Man.
can't touch nobody.
Is this
Like,
a
this is the
real
era you
stat?
probably should have more fouls.
that
It's to
pisses
the
me
point
off.
now
Wait,
where I
we're
just want to fire on somebody, man. Like, this is
My
Larry
blood
Faust
pressure
had
just went to, like,
35,000 free
un-
throws.
I
Oh
think
my
that's a
god.
typo.
I know.
That's gotta be. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
that's crazy, bro. That's absolutely nuts.
Mother
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
What
What's
up?
going on?
What's popping?
What's up?
What the hell is going on in college basketball, man?
St.
I called
Peter's?
this one. I didn't call the first one, but I called the UNC one.
A 15th seed bounce Purdue.
Taking the game was
Wow.
good tonight.
Big Ten, man. We're
What
screwing
did
up.
Ivy do? Anybody know what Ivy did? What did he do tonight?
He
Okay.
bought, I think. I think he bought. But
Did he?
Tell you what,
Okay.
I'm taking the 3 big men over Ivy.
Hope y'all enjoyed the game.
Everyone need to pump the brakes on that
Wait,
one.
but wait, easy. Ivy is the next. He's the next John Morant.
He has braids,
Oh,
so he's
man.
got to be John Morant.
He,
Cornrows
look, he
and all.
can be good. He could be the next John Morant, but like him and Cade just aren't a fit, in my opinion. Like, I just can't. I don't know, man. He's just too ball dominant. He can't shoot like consistently enough to play with Cade. It's like a LeBron Westbrook thing, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like Westbrook's bad by himself, but you pair him with another ball dominant guy, it's not gonna work. And he can't shoot. Like, it's not gonna work.
Oh yeah,
Jaden
this is about
Ivey.
to spark a good one. Go ahead, Sean. What you got?
9 points, 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. However, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 6 turnovers.
Wow.
So not a great game.
Ugh.
Almost every prospect at this point that the Pistons would have in their top 4, except Paulo, have now either exited the tournament and when they have, did it on an ugly performance. Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, Jaden Ivey. We've seen good from all of them in the tournament. We've seen bad from all of them in the tournament. So I think we can look at how they played and how things ended up. And I think that we can have an honest conversation about like where they need to grow as players. So to me, I like that there's like similarities there, but also that like we can pick these games, both the games they did well and the games they didn't. And we can actually look at, okay, well, what's an honest read of where they're at right now? Because, the tournament is good competition. It's a bright stage, even though I don't think you can take too much from shooting performances. Like what I think you can take away from is tendencies, the way that they approach the game mentally, like how they're looking, like with Jabari, like the one thing that bothered me from his game, and I talked about this a little bit in a video that I did with Jeff Iafrady earlier in the week. A lot of what I didn't like from him was that he was not creating any offense by himself. Like a lot of it was just stuff that was off the catch, and when the off the catch stuff wasn't working, he just disappeared. Like he wasn't driving, he wasn't aggressive, he wasn't ISO. Like Jabari's too talented of a player in that kind of moment, Auburn's best player by far, to not try to at least take over the game at any point, because he didn't. He really didn't. He disappeared. So to me, like, I'm not worried about the shooting performance. I'm not worried about his ability to do that on the big stage. My worry is I just want to see more of him actually creating his own offense. Now, he had a great season. However, like in those bigger moments, that's when I really want to see that, because that's when Auburn needed it, right? And the reason that and when it wasn't there, that was Auburn's undoing. I mean, they had a great plan against him. Don't get me wrong, but
what happened?
Yeah.
Easy told me I got to shut up. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. You guys go ahead.
I knew he was texting somebody. I see the way he was looking out the side.
I was like,
I said, hey, you gotta let these people talk, man.
Yeah, I apologize. I get too excited. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit back and listen for a little bit. I'm putting time out. I apologize, everybody.
You know what, man? We got to get Shad on Bagley Sports Detroit, man. He got to. He can dig in. Seriously, man. Shad can really dig in, dude. So I wanted to ask you guys, with the tournament being the way it is, Banchero is the last man standing. And, like I said, this stock is going to rise. Simply because Duke is still in it. What are your pros and cons with Banchero? I'll start with you, Easy. What's your pros and cons with Banchero?
With Banchero, I mean, I think the only con really is just like you want to see a shot fall more consistently. But outside of that, like I think Banchero's a dog. Honestly, like I like Banchero a lot. He's grown on me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like he's for some reason, and maybe due to my own fault, and I actually like paying attention and watching him through the regular season, fell to like number 3 on my list, where he never really should have fell past 2. Honestly, you watch. Actually, everybody, when you're done with the stream, when you're done hitting that like button, and send all them donuts, my man King, because he is the king, the OG of this thing.
Yeah, I ain't no damn king.
You the king, bro. You're taller than all of us. If you watch the Banchero versus Chet highlights, bro, it's a different. You know what I'm saying? He was balling.
Deuce, you look like you might want to say something. Man, what you think? What do you think? What's your problem?
I like Paolo, man. I feel like sometimes I forget that he's 6'10".
Yeah.
To me, he doesn't always play as big as he is. That's the only thing I want to see from him more on the defensive side of the ball. Just play big, bro. Like you're 6'10".
Yep.
I saw him standing next to Grant Hill, and he made Grant Hill look little. And Grant Hill is 6'8". So I think for him, I just want to, like, offensively, he's a beast. Like he's a bucket. He can go to the bucket whenever he wants. But defensively, I just want to see him play a little bit bigger. And that's the only thing I worry about. You got to respond to that, King. What you thinking?
Mike, what's the difference between Banchero and Marvin Bagley?
You asking me?
Yeah.
That is my name. I would probably say just with the outside shooting would probably be the biggest difference. Just improving on that, and I think that if he can, like, if Bagley had more of a jumper, he'd be closer to his skills, like in terms of just as a player, not like better or worse. I really like him like a lot. And if we can get him, it'd be dope. In terms of everything else, I just think that, I don't know, it just feels like we're like one big man who can like really shoot and kind of like take over. Like, I guess the best way to say it is I wish, because Evan Mobley already has a Cade Cunningham essentially in Cleveland. We need Cade Cunningham to have an Evan Mobley. And that's how both of them are really going to shine.
All right, Damari, who's your pick, man? Who's your pick, man? We get the number 1 pick. Who's your pick?
It's so hard, bro, because I like every single last one of these guys that we've been talking about for the past like month and a half, 2 months. Like, but if I had to pick a guy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Paulo. And look, I like all of them, just like anybody else on this panel. I like all of them, but like I agree with Deuce. I do want to see him play a little bit bigger. I didn't even realize he was 16 until he said it.
So with that being said, like, okay, I want to see play a little bit bigger. And I would piggyback off Easy when he said we would like to see the jump shot fall a little bit more consistently. I get it, but you want to say something so bad.
Listen. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your volume up and get ready and prepared. If you see the look on Sean's face right now, he's about to explode. Sean,
I'm gonna take my face
give it
off.
to us, man. What right? What do you got, Sean? Because you over there, you bite your lips. What do you got for us, Sean?
Yeah, what you doing? We can't see your hands, bro. Why you biting your lips so damn hard? I'm playing. Keep your hands up, Sean.
You still muted, Sean.
I put too many muzzles on myself. I was really trying to limit myself from talking, but I'll put my mic back up after this for a little while. Here's my thing with Paulo. In my opinion, if your consensus thing is that it's not about your ability on the defensive end, but it's your effort that you put in the defensive end, it's a concern of him being locked in on a game-to-game basis. That's just why I have him ranked 3rd out of 4. I still believe in his talent. However, if you're looking at the mold and like what Detroit's been built on, it's built off of players who can play elite defense. And so, in my opinion, looking at Jabari and Chet, who both have great offensive games, but Chet had 11 games between 2 games in the tournament. Jabari Smith is an absolute unit on the defensive end. They can both guard all 5 positions on the court if need be. So to me, like if you're looking at Jabari and Chet, the reason why I think they have to be 1 and 2 is because on top of all the intangibles and the things that they bring on the offensive end, it's their elite defensive abilities as well that really put them over the top. So I just think on the defensive end, and again, I think Paulo has everything he needs to be a great defender. It's if he wants to be. And if he came to Detroit, you damn better be. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I will now take the microphone. I will shut up for a while. I am sorry.
I'm proud of you. That was actually pretty short. I'm proud of you. We're proud of you.
I think it's
pretty good, right? I didn't go off for
10,
a half
15
hour.
minutes. Yeah.
Here you go. I will let the rest of the room talk for a little
Real
bit.
talk, I think you forget that Chet was like the consensus number 1 overall pick heading into the season.
Yeah. So what were you guys?
Not Chet, Paulo.
Yeah. I was going to piggyback on that, Easy. What were you guys' thoughts on Chet this past game? Because I don't know if you guys watched, but Timmy was really the guy that stood out this past game. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Chet had some trouble. He had some trouble, man. End up fouling out of the game. Yeah, I definitely made that. I was watching that as we were streaming. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch the full details of it, but it's one of the questions that a lot of people have, man, with his size. You see the type of respect that we get as far as Pistons players, when it comes to fouls. Chet is definitely going to struggle his first couple of years in that situation. Guys are going to try to put him through the rim. Let's just be honest about it. Even with Evan Mobley, one of the knocks with Evan Mobley coming out was his size, but Chet is even slimmer than that. So, it depends on how to if the Pistons go that route, it depends on how they play him. It depends on how they play Chet, man, what they decide to, what type of, position they try to make him play out there. Like I said, I don't know, man. I would have to go back and watch that entire game and see some of the circumstances. But for what I saw, he was struggling. He was getting in a lot of foul trouble, man. When it comes to athletic guys, bigger athletic guys, man, I don't know.
So yeah, I did watch it. I was a little bothered because it wasn't big guys. It wasn't extremely huge guys that were bodying him. It was guys who were 6'7", 6'8". But because there's so much, they're thicker guys, they were able to box him out with ease. He was able to block some shots just on his wingspan and his size and his height. But as far as being able to box out and really get position down low, he was getting pushed around in there, man.
Yeah.
He had the want to. The want to has always been there, but just the actual physicality is just lacking. He's got to get stronger. He doesn't necessarily have to put on a bunch of weight, but he's got to get stronger. His core, he's got to get stronger. So until he does that, I think he's going to struggle, especially the next level.
Watching him play reminds me of if you put like a pretty talented high school player against a bunch of elementary school players, where like he's gonna get those swats, like you were saying, Deuce. I watched a few where a guys tried to go low on him and he would just swat it, or they'd come in at a weird angle and he'd swat it. But then, like you said, when it comes to the one-on-ones where he doesn't have that height advantage, that's where he struggles the most. And if he can get over that, which I feel like he can, give him, like you guys said, a couple years, he'll be a solid pick. But for now, that's a huge concern, and I don't want him to turn into a poster maker, for his career.
Yeah. And again, too, like watch the highlights of the Duke versus Gonzaga game. Paolo was bullying that man.
Yeah, he was bullying.
And I feel like his defense, a lot of his defense comes from, like Michael said, his height, where he could just make it up because he's long enough sometimes and catch it from behind. But
a lot of long guys in the NBA.
Exactly.
A lot. And some teams have multiple long guys. We just
Paulo
went
reminds
against
me of Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought by Sean.
So, Nomis, I'm gonna go to you and Rise, man. I'm gonna start with you, Nomis, since you was the newcomer right here. What you think, man? What do you think about Chet Holmgren, man?
You know, it's funny. I might break the internet after I say this, but I'm actually more starting to warm up to him. Actually, more since the last time I think we was all together. It's like this. If we got the number one pick, it's about how you incorporate your game plan going forward. It depends on who you go to on the roster. You're telling me that Chet is going to be that guy you got to develop for a couple of years to get him stronger and help him on his intangible as far as that, and just changing his overall stature and so he can become a better player. Putting on the court versus just a bust. Then okay, I'm with that project because that's something I would like to see the Pistons anyway get back to doing. Taking their time and building the process up with these players, man, while they're still kids, and But at the same time, it's like, it scares me when I look at him. Like he weirdly is even the most boom and bust player ever. Like it's weird. A lot of them like that in this top three. They all got this weird way of being like an easy boom and equally good bust, man. I don't know. I'm not against it no more though with him. He got a good skill set that I like, but I need to see him get stronger. And if you tell me you go keep some of these guys here, I'm not against taking them and letting him develop for a couple of years.
So Rise, I'm gonna come to you real quick, Rise, because we all talking about Chet, we talking about Jabari, Banchero. What do we do with Jeremy Grant?
Jeremy, I like this because Jeremy, it all depends on where I feel like what the offers are really. Like let's hypothetically say that the Blazers get number four in the lottery, and they say, hey, we want Jeremy Grant for this number 4 pick, and the Pistons, let's just say hypothetically they get number 3 or number 2. In my opinion, I mean, I would move them whether we're getting anywhere in the top 3. In the top 3, whether it's Chet, Paolo, Jabari, we will move them because at the end of the day, this offseason doesn't have the best or biggest free agents. So I feel like a lot of teams are going to be desperate, especially with the East and the competition is ramping up really. So teams are eager to get better, and if they feel like a Damian Lillard and Grant duo can do it, hey, so be it. But it all depends on the offers, in my opinion.
Anybody want to add to that?
I just want to say this too. Like when we were speaking on Paulo's defense, I feel like I've seen Chet get bodied more watching him play than I can remember. Like I don't know, is Paulo getting bodied like we've seen Chet recently? Like are people dunking on Paulo and stuff like that?
No. It's not that. It's just that Paolo, he can be not engaged from time to time. And, that is, in a young player, seeing that in a young player, it can change, but instincts, You know, that matters a lot. Now, that's not a deal breaker for me personally, because I've seen offensive players and high IQ players. And Paolo, in my opinion, he's not like a Cade IQ level, but him and Cade on the same team, I feel like would add a lot of high IQ plays, especially with Killian. So
now, when it comes to those three, I would say this: all three of those would be absolute nightmare offensively for another team. You run a pick and roll with Cade Cunningham, with Smith, you know, Banchero or Chet Holmgren. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
My only thing with Banchero, obviously, is, you know, sometimes the absence on defense. I feel like we're struggling right now, you know, with our bigs on our team from the same type of thing. I'm not as concerned about it though, because I think we go into free agency and we find that guy to be the rim protector and you know, that massive rebounder. So it depends on what we do in free agency.
Exactly.
But this draft is definitely gonna have a lot of implications on what we're doing with Jeremy Grant. It's gonna have a lot to say about what we do with Jeremy Grant, man. You know, like I said, I love Jeremy. I love Jeremy, but if we can get a nice haul, hey, you got to take that. You got to take that, man. So I don't know, man.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got the baby real quick.
Let's say that draft night you do trade Jeremy Grant. Let's say it's just to the Blazers, right, for the whole little rumor out here. So let's say you trade him. What you know, we gotta get a big at some point in free agency, obviously. And let's say we still, regardless of the three we take those three. What we need another veteran that could, are you going to let Killian start at one, or are we going to get a veteran point guard? And if so, who are we getting? Because who's out there can we realistically attain that's going to be able to help us out?
You know what? That's a really good question, Nomis. And I want to ask that to the panel, man, because I keep seeing guys like Bronson attached to the Pistons and things like that. You know, who do we bring in? Who do we bring in? I personally do not want Bronson. I don't. Just don't want to pay it. You know, like I said, who are some veterans we can bring in, man? You know, because like I said, Kojo's is.
I got one, man.
Look, who?
It's risky. We used to actually say we wanted him. Terry Rozier, you think it's possible?
I think he's too big in what Charlotte wants to do going forward.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm going to drop mine and I'm going to let the panel talk. Ricky Rubio.
Coming back from injury, huh?
Yeah, come back from injury, but look what he did in Phoenix. Look what he did in Cleveland. He's a great fill gap point guard until he finds the permanent solution, but he's a veteran that can come in and help a team that's on the transition into getting into a playoff run. I mean, he was a huge part in Cleveland before the ACL injury.
I wouldn't mind it, man. I definitely would love to see some Rubio commercials, man. Hilarious. I don't know, man. Mike, who do we bring in? You got anybody you think about?
I was thinking if you want a bit of a cheaper option, I was just looking at who's available. Potentially Dennis Schroeder. I would not mind him. I do feel like he could be, better scoring option. Obviously, he's got good defense. And I guess another flyer would just be for just a veteran presence. I don't want to say it even. Never mind. Austin Rivers. I don't know. Maybe bring just as if we're going budget options.
Hey, listen. At this point, Mike, I'll take anybody besides I'm not even about to say his name because I'm not gonna satisfy y'all right now. I'll take anybody.
You know what? I got another option, but the thing is, we already tried it, and I don't know if he gonna be willing to come back. That's Dennis Smith Jr.
I think he secured his spot where he at. I think he's gonna stay up under Chauncey, man, because he really likes being up under Chauncey and Dame Lillard. So if they'll have him, I think he stays there. I see in the comments that Easy put Mitchell. We're not talking about bigs right now. We talking about some guard help, man. Some veteran guards to come in here and help out. So you know what? If anybody got some quick access to it, what does Frank Jackson contract look like? What does the remaining contract look like?
I think he's done for this year. Because I know Hami got a 2-year extension, so he got another year. And I know they just brought Frank Jackson back this year.
He's got a 2022-23 club option for 3.2 mil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. Damn, Troy Weaver.
Genius.
Right? You know, good.
I love Frank Jackson. He's one of my favorite Pistons on the roster, actually. Dog be balling.
I'm seeing Sexton in the comments.
You know what? You know what? That's funny. I was thinking about Sexton, but I don't know. I'm about to say,
how much is that going to cost?
Yeah, how much is that going to cost? And what
You
is
see
his
what I'm saying?
injury? What did he get? What did he hurt again? Because he's injured, right?
Yeah, he's injured. I'm not even sure. I can't remember.
Okay.
But that's
MCL.
going to be a hefty price. Yeah.
MCL tear.
Now, in my opinion,
Meniscus.
I'm looking at a few of them, and if depending on how things go in Brooklyn, I will like if Patty Mills was available or something. I would love to have Patty Mills if he were,
like that
because he's on the free agency.
That's something that I need to look into more. I've been so obsessed with looking at bigs and free agency. I need to be looking at a few guards, man. See who's available. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so strange about this?
Basically, I think you're suggesting we just go through the entire 2014 Spurs bench. So next we'll be signing Bellinelli, and then we'll go to Ginobili.
Not Marco.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Dwayne
Bring
Casey.
back Austin Day.
Oh God!
Oh my
Hey
God.
man,
Unmute
Austin
yourself.
Day, Austin
No.
Day fits this NBA. He fits the NBA today. He didn't fit it then, but he fits today.
Austin Day is a
You said
champion.
Austin Day.
in that
Hey, is
suit.
Augustine
That
under
suit on
a
the
long-term deal?
You said Augustine?
Yeah.
Don't know what his contract is like right now.
And if not, we need to trade for Dinwiddie.
I loved Augustine when he was here, man.
Yeah, I did too.
His AAV is ridiculous too. It's only $650,000.
Wow.
Yeah, 1-year deal.
Wow.
At this point, I'm willing to put in Derek Walter Jr. At this point.
You know what, King? You know what? I think your guy is available too. DeLon Wright.
Hey man, listen. I got rid of him for Corey. And then Corey didn't pan. Corey started overstaying his welcome. So no.
DeLon Wright. Yeah.
No, but Sean, turn your mic on, Sean. I see you looking around at everything, man.
I saw someone say kick Sean from the live stream. I was about to be like, hey, what's up, man? Y'all turning against me now?
Don't pay no attention to Chuck, man. Dragic, he says Dragic. I thought Dragic was on a Dragic's contract?
He on the Heat, I think, right?
Yeah.
He's on the Nets.
No, he with the Nets. He with the Nets. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Couple other names that aren't getting mentioned: Ryan Arcidi-Nakano, that guy. Alfred Payton. Yep, that guy. Alfred Payton. Gary Payton Jr. Jalen Brunson. And Brandon Goodwin. That's about it that we haven't talked about.
Boy, this free agency class sucks, man.
Yeah, nobody really
it is straight hot dog water.
It sucks so bad.
But hey, here's the important thing: we have space, we have breathing room, and we don't have to fill it right away.
No,
hell no, we don't.
I don't know. Maybe we can send Frank Jackson in a 2nd-round pick and finesse the Kings for get him over here.
Fox.
Oh yeah, what you call with who'd you what?
Bro, I'm about to sign Benches of Houlihan in a minute. We got to do something. Because I don't know. Gary Harris, Speakeasy says, while he got his camera off,
Gary Harris feels like a career guy in Denver, though. Like he's pivotal to what they're doing in Denver.
Speakeasy's in the comments with his camera off, listen to a bunch of grown men talk. Kind of
pooping. Y'all know he's pooping. He's got to be pooping.
Yeah, those concessions hit different, huh?
A little bit.
Let's just say, not everything's easy, baby.
Yeah.
But that'd be very interesting, man. Like I said, we've been in here for about an hour and 40, man. Any other topics anybody want to talk about before we get ready to get out of here?
So, question: I hear everybody talking about point guards. Do we all feel that Cade is the point guard of the future, or no?
No.
Cade is just a ball handler. He's the guy. He's the star. He's not a point guard. He's not a shooting guard. He's Cade.
He's the quarterback.
He's just a
That
flat
was a
out
commercial.
basketball
Somebody
player at
clip
this
it.
point.
That's a commercial.
No, but seriously, man, Cade is, like I said, it's just like Luka Doncic. You can't call Luka Doncic a point guard. You just can't do that. So
he's the number one. He's not the point guard.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
In my opinion, he's basically the system. Like Luka is the system of the Mavericks. He is the system, and will be the system of the Pistons.
Anybody that's like below behind Jordan Poole that we can probably pull from over there that's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, put together right now with the temporary use.
That's my most improved player of the year.
I just knew Jordan Poole was gonna be special, man. That boy
Me too.
Man.
Yeah, he's nice.
And they did it right too. They did it right. Unlike us, the one knock I do have with the Pistons, they sent him down. They sent them down first before they brought them back. You know what I'm saying? So that helped them out a lot. Definitely helped them out a lot.
Yep. Yeah, Pistons just throw everybody in the fire.
Yeah, they just get out there. Just get out there, Key. Just go out there and be successful. Bro. Feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, going straight into the fire, and it's like, man. On a side note, man, is Wiseman the next Greg Oden?
Man, I know. I saw that he's out a year.
He's Andrew Bynum from the waist down.
Yo, I see. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all made me think of thinking of Greg Oden. Made me think of guys, that's just underwhelming or whatever you want to call it. I seen a trade proposal on Facebook on Pistons Nation. This is why. If anybody
the first
in here
mistake
has
is being on a Facebook group for basketball, man.
If anybody in here has tagged me or added me to one of these groups, I want to fight you because it is literally the most stupid fucking place. Like, listen, this trade, it was Jeremy Grant. Listen, it was Jeremy Grant, Sadiq Bey, Killian Hayes, a first and a second rounder for Zion Williams.
Oh my God!
What the fuck is that bullshit?
Hey, King. The ESPN trade machine said it worked, so it works.
Oh, then we're good. Then we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
Who says no?
Look, I'm about to find this damn trade machine, and I'm gonna break this guys.
Someone told me. Someone asked me, why wouldn't you trade Cade for Zion? Like, do you know? What are you crazy?
First of all, Zion is the next Jamarcus Russell, if you ask me.
Some of y'all play 2K with rookie mode.
He's been sitting down there. Listen, he's been sitting down there eating all that goddamn gumbo. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Stay off. Listen.
Hey, we know Zion had the beans and cornbread. We know that for sure.
Right. So can you tell me that between the legs highlight dunk was from 2020? Is that what you mean?
Right. It's a fabricated highlight, man.
I know you ain't. It's legit. You ain't see the floor flex. The floor bend when he landed. You almost fell through it.
I knew it was bad when I saw that one commercial and the Nike slogan was "Love that chicken." I should have been the red flag.
Quick question.
Wow. Horrible, man. Like I said, his family wants him to get out of New Orleans, bro. Mm-hmm. If any place he needs to go, he need to go somewhere like Portland, man. Eat some fish in Oregon.
Cleared to do that dunk by
the crate. Oh, go ahead.
He wasn't cleared to do the dunk for by the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm sorry, I'll finish. Go ahead.
He needs a
senior. So, hey, real quick, we talking about a point guard. What happened to Frank Nikita? What's his name? Frank Nikita.
Oh, Nikita.
Yeah. Nikita?
I don't know where he
Frank.
He's going to be a free agent.
Imagine Killian Hayes without any of the upside. That's what
we need. No more projects. No more projects. No
Who he
more
play for?
projects.
The
He
Mavericks.
was a long time Nick, but I think they say he went to the Mavericks or something.
He's on the Mavericks.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Ntilikina.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that name in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, yet again,
Yeah.
when the guy who drafted you was Phil Jackson, who was falling asleep during draft workouts, I mean, great eye for talent right there. I mean, he still got the Porzingis pick, right, which is unbelievable. But I mean, nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely been eating a lot of pizza.
Speaking of
Matter of fact, I turned my head for a minute. He just ate the rest of my pizza, man. Where he at around here?
You ain't right, kid. You ain't right.
man.
But
Hey,
no, you know, hopefully he can get himself together, man. You hate to see a young kid like that, man, with just throwing it all away over cupcakes and Twinkies, man. You know what I'm saying?
He just needs a scenery change. He can still do it. He just needs to get out of there.
You need to
New
go
Orleans.
to. You need to go to
Sell the franchise.
Yeah, I was just about to say he need to go to Charlotte, man, and get a gold tooth and wear a wig and be the next grandmama, man.
Yeah, bro, he does.
He
Yeah.
gives you them Larry Johnson vibes, bro. He really does.
Bro.
We never seen this before. Yes, we did. We seen it with Larry Johnson. Damn it!
How many more stars do we need in New Orleans to want out before we say that it's New Orleans that's the problem? Because like it literally took Zion like a year to see what Anthony Davis apparently saw, and like DeMarcus Cousins. Let's be honest, even after the injury, it was pretty mutual. I don't think he wanted to stay there either long term. Let's just be real, man. They have wasted a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot of talent. Lonzo Ball, the way he was playing in Chicago before he got injured. Where was that in New Orleans? It was there. Coaches just didn't know how to utilize it.
You on fire tonight, Elton, boy.
He said, "Stay home and need to hang out with Zion."
That'll definitely put some pounds on him. I tell you that. He'll teach him how to get bigger and teach him how to be a simp while he's online, man. That dude is good lord.
That man can get him access to an elite cabinet, dude.
Sean, you brought up a great point though, bro. Like New Orleans with Anthony Davis, you could maybe blame like they just couldn't put the pieces around him. You know, they didn't have the guys, but then they literally get handed a young core: Ingram, Lonzo, Josh Hart, and then they get the number 1 pick, Zion. And how do you fumble that too? Just make it
easy. Drew Holiday. They had Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball. Imagine the elite defensive backcourt that could have been for years to come. Imagine Josh Hart as their 6th man, Brandon Ingram. Imagine if they actually, instead of breaking that up for salary purposes, imagine if they doubled down and go get a veteran alongside.
Yeah.
Imagine if they get DeMar DeRozan. Imagine if that's the lineup. And
how does the same ownership group own the New Orleans Saints, who are actually a good team? That make sense.
Well, one team has Sean Payton, the other had Stan Van Gundy.
The other team needs Sean Murphy.
Listen, man, I think I would suck at being a general manager. Don't get me wrong. I think I know basketball. I have too much fun talking.
Elton
my
says,
shit. I can't do that when I'm a general manager.
Elton says we need to bring the mustache back, man.
Man,
One year they were calling me Sean Blaha earlier. That made me laugh. Hell, that baby in a foul.
He said Spencer Dinwiddie, man. We need to bring the mustache and goatee back.
Can we talk about how Dallas is a completely different team after Spencer Dinwiddie came there? Washington, another franchise, by the way, that's not so great. Look how Spencer Dinwiddie was affected by both being there and then leaving.
Yeah.
If only we could have a player like him.
Yeah, if only we had a player like him, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I know. Right.
Hey, how's the Sacramento Kings doing?
Still has a worse record than when they than the Indiana Pacers since the trade deadline.
They're trying to win. That's what they're trying to do.
It was a win now trade. They were going for the play-in tournament.
Of course, borderline lottery team make a win now trade.
Which, by the way, you know, a guy like
Troy Weaver,
freaking Sabonis, man.
Thank you so much for Troy Weaver, man.
Yeah.
That's
literally
it's the most Blake Griffin ass trade I've ever seen in my entire life. Other than the Blake Griffin trade.
They went from asking for Sadiq Bey for Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
The audacity.
When Troy trades, he trades. You know, like I said, we had Stan Van Gundy around here, bro. Look at the haul we got for Drummond. Like what? Like what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like we come from a very bad dark place. You know what I'm saying? Troy's just been this light. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in fairness, I don't think the haul we got for Drummond was that bad. I think that speaks to where his value's at now. Because look at what he's been since that trade.
I mean, shit. I mean, Cavaliers at the time was some bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you look at the Lakers. I mean, come on, it's the Lakers. Look at the Lakers right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really, you know. And then look at him with Brooklyn. Look at him with Philly. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, in certain situations, Drummond work. You know, I feel like with two perimeter stars that are perimeter centric, he can thrive. But with Bron and AD,
Josh Smith and Greg Monroe, perimeter stars, we got them.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
Josh Smith sure shot threes. Didn't go in. Shot him.
Hey man, I still laugh at that meme on Josh Smith. That damn what you call guy? He coming in, he brick.
God.
I think that Drummond and Reggie Jackson are in the same boat where they're good players. You just need them in the right situations. Like I want Reggie Jackson off my bench. I don't want him as the first option coming down the court.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Pistons have both of those guys playing way over their head.
They had him in too big of a role.
In the past, we've always done that. We've always played players out of position, trying to make them something they're not, and we've always done that, and it drives me nuts. Yeah, that's why I say I'm so glad that we have what we have right now, man. It's so refreshing.
We always sign guys when they're 20 years past their prime.
Oh, God. Tracy McGrady. We've had Tracy McGrady and Corey Maggette on this team. What?
Corey Maggette. Oh my
Tracy,
God.
Corey Maggette, AI.
And Corey Maggette was starting. Like,
bro, I didn't even recognize. I was a big T-Mac fan growing up, and I didn't even recognize him when he was with the Pistons. I was like, wait, that's McGrady?
Yeah, bro.
Like, why did they do? Why they send T-Mac to hell like this, man? Like, come on, dude.
Y'all remember the random ass squad that Stan Van put like his first year on, like being the Pistons, like president? Like we had like Caron Butler. Like I, honest to God, like there was just like that one year where it was just we're just putting random guys out there.
Like, my go-to guy was Rodney Stuckey.
Oh
my!
Oh, you talking about the guy that we made play point guard that wasn't a point guard?
He was supposed to be Rick Shaughnessy.
Good.
Just like they will later do with Langston Galloway, the other guy we made play point guard without being a point guard.
Oh my God! Y'all want to blast from the past type name? Cartier Martin.
Oh God!
I remember I read an article on him when he signed here, and they said nothing about his basketball. They said he's known for his professionalism.
I never. Cartier Martin.
Can we talk about a man that was known for his professionalism and nothing else? Jason Maxiel.
To the max.
Stand-up guy, good with ladies, Christian man. No, his body count.
I hate when they do that stuff. Like it's just like with Corey, you know, everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's the veteran. He's just, you know, the veteran that, you know, in the locker room and this and that." Corey, I don't want Corey telling my players shit. Corey needs to get the hell out of here, man. What the hell you gonna tell me, Corey? What really are you doing, Corey?
When I see him dribbling the ball and driving to the rack, I just picture an invisible walking cane. Because the way he's bending over, like dribbling the ball,
this dude nobody's on the ground.
I never seen him.
He's on the ground more than fucking Anthony Tolliver used to when he was here, man. Like this dude is always on the floor. Like
you're so wrong for that, bro. You were so wrong.
Hey, Anthony Tolliver was a baller, though.
He was, man, but he was a clumsy ass. I tell you that.
No, Anthony Tolliver wasn't as bad as Zaza, bro. I mean, ass. I'm sorry. Ass for crappy.
You know, I legit. You know, I legit forgot we had Zaza, bro.
I'm sorry. Who's that?
We
Who's
had
that?
him.
Pass.
Never
Wow.
liked Zaza.
No,
Jameer
we needed
Nelson.
Zaza tonight on Hibachi. We needed Zaza. You for
That
sure.
wasn't Jameer Nelson we
Easy
had.
to
That was
Coleman.
easy. Don't be fooled by that.
That
That
was
was easy out there in a
He
Pistons
wasn't
jersey.
getting 5'7" on a good day.
Yeah, Zaza would have had some Hibachi looking like Isaiah Thomas in the
Come
'88
on.
finals. Put his foot
Man,
in
I
front of
used to
people's.
hate that one stupid dribble his ass used to do. That old schoolboy ass dribble, bounce, lift the leg up to the.
Yes,
What's wrong
Piston
with that
fan in
dribble?
Indy. I was just about to bring up Carlos Arroyo. Thank you.
Carlos
I
Arroyo,
loved Carlos Arroyo, bro.
2005.
Hey, tell it if Chauncey tell it, Carlos was the hardest dude he ever had to defend, man, in practice. He said
Carlos was
Carlos
the
Arroyo
dude,
was
man.
a problem in practice.
I loved Carlos Arroyo. He was my favorite backup point guard we ever had. Him and obviously Lindsey Hunter.
I became a fan of him in the Olympics when he went to work against our team. Y'all remember that?
Wait, Sean. What about John Barry?
Oh, John
Who
Barry.
are you guys?
Barry was my guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
John Barry was clutch.
I just
How
John Barry
dare
was
you?
Oh my God, Carlos Delfino! Wow, that's
Carlos
a
Oh,
He
no,
was
yeah,
he was
right.
literally
The next
before he won the
Ginobili.
championship too.
He was the
he
next
done brung
Manu
freaking
Ginobili.
Dracula into
I'm
it.
sorry, man. No one had a more punchable face than Carlos Delfino. You can't tell me nothing. like the guy just looked like he listened to grunge music just to be edgy. Like the
Oh,
faux
man.
hawk, just like the look, like man looked like freaking Taylor Lautner in Twilight before Taylor Lautner.
You are
really
Listen,
even
listen.
a thing.
Before we
Marvin
before we
Jones
get
Italian
Like
ready,
Shark Boy on
Champagne.
the court.
before we get ready to close out, man, let's go down a quick list of some of the guys that we thought were going to be special, but it just went south.
Okay.
I'll start first. I thought Tariq White was going to be something.
Wow.
I really did. I thought he was going to be something, man. Especially with his athleticism. I thought he was going to be something, man. But yeah,
Interesting.
didn't turn out well.
Yeah.
DeJuan Summers, Tony Mitchell.
Ron Summers.
I really had
Jermaine
faith
Folks.
after Stanley Johnson's rookie year
I
that
thought
he was going to be a part of the next era. Like I
Yeah, me
bought
too.
into the hype. I overlooked
Man,
a lot of the red flags
Yeah.
because if you really paid attention, the kid was getting an ego, and he really was starting to care less about the game and more about the other stuff. So, I think he needed that heart-to-heart conversation saying like, bro, you're a bad basketball player. You need to focus on defense because that's what it took for him to get that second chance in LA and for him to turn around his career. It was like, listen, dude, you got to focus on what you're good at. The defensive end and the shots will come from that.
To be honest, I think he should have stuck to football.
Me
That's
personally,
exactly what he plays basketball like. He plays basketball like that damn football player in the gym, hacking every fucking body,
Yeah, you're not
just
wrong.
knocking everybody over. You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
I was gonna say if I had to pick a player that thought would have been here for a while, but he left, and I was kind of like, damn. But y'all seen him tonight, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, man.
Yep.
I
had
very high hopes for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope because I remember that game when they played
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
game.
City.
I was just talking
in
about
Atlanta
that.
game too. Yeah, I remember when he played against Durant and them in Oklahoma City, and Durant had it's like, who the
God.
fuck?
I think the Game 3 2016 NBA playoffs, Palace of Auburn Hills, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope dunks it on LeBron James. That was my favorite live Pistons moment I've ever been a part of. That was, bro.
That was a great one.
The energy was.
I'm
I
not
thought
even gonna
that
lie.
team,
I was a big time
dude. That
fan.
core had me hoping, man. Because listen, man. Even though it never materialized, it was a fun team. Let's be
I
real.
kind of feel like it didn't. I just feel like it just gave up too early for me, man.
Too early. Yeah, way too early.
Well, the other thing was they were never healthy after that. Reggie never could get a healthy season under his belt.
No.
Yeah, and then
But
like
it shouldn't have been relied on him.
when you
man.
got
Like,
Stan
you
Van Gundy coaching too. That don't.
I
help,
think
man.
the biggest problem with that was they were still trying to use that core and build around Andre Drummond.
Yeah, right.
That was it. That's what killed it. Because the same thing. Shout out to Joe Polo. First of all, he was at the game too. I was telling him about that Kentavious Caldwell Pope game, and I'm like, he dropped 35. He could not miss a shot. He was clamping up on D, and I'm like, this guy's going to be our next star. And then I knew he'd make an impact in Detroit, but I didn't know that the impact would be on Cade Cunningham's face. So that's the only thing. I thought KCP was going to be that dude.
Yeah, man. I really love that team, man. That team was, like I said, they gave us the false hope, man. Like I said, Stan Van Gundy, Reggie Jackson just is not the guy you bring in as the number one guard. You don't do that with Reggie, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, even with Drummond, you trying to build a team around, you doing them a disservice of bringing Reggie Jackson to fucking here. And like Drummond has to have a lot of floor spacing around him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, it's like I said, watching him and Brandon Jennings was fun though.
Yeah, man, you know what? I was just thinking. I don't understand how he saw an example. Why didn't you? I don't get it.
So I think Tom Gores, I think when he owned the team and when his ownership tenure began, I think there was just a lack of vision of how you need to lead the team over a long term, and the goal was just to get to the playoffs, whatever it takes every year. That was the goal. You know what I mean? Like even when Stan Van Gundy came in and we're like, we're going to kind of retool this team. Like we're going to be bad one year. We never really fully committed to being truly bad.
Yep.
Like we weren't even like good at being bad. So like the thing is like we never did it the right way. We never tore it down to its bottom. And when you only draft at a peak at the 7th overall pick, then you're never going to actually get those guys that can alter the course of your franchise. Yeah, granted, you know, teams like the Milwaukee Bucks were able to get that at 15. The Nuggets were able to get that in the second round. You know, you can get that there if you're truly drafting right and if you're really getting lucky. However, the Pistons didn't get lucky and they weren't drafting right. So, you know, it's one of those things where I think Tom Gores needed to go through that era and he needed the reality check of, hey, these guys, these game changers, predominantly speaking, their best shot at getting them are at the top of the draft. So you know what you need to do? You need to strip it down, bare bones, not take any shortcuts. It's like what the Lions are doing right now. You're building a program and taking the long-term approach. That's what you got to do. And
pause on
speaking of guys that had, you know, rookie seasons where you just thought they was going to be next.
Oh man.
No.
This man.
Dr. Doom.
Get the fuck out.
Hold on. Can I share my true one? Brandon Jennings.
Yep.
Like, I thought he was going to be a top point guard in the league for years to come.
Soon as Kyrie broke his ankles in All-Star Weekend, it was a wrap for me. I don't know.
That's when his ankles actually were broken for real, and then he couldn't really get out on a court healthily.
It all went downhill. He had that DeAndre Jordan dunk, and it was a wrap.
Jennings, that like November to January Jennings, I forget what season. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
was unstoppable.
20 assist games.
Yeah,
that guy.
Like that's what I was talking about, that era. That's why, even with the Drummond argument, that's why I always argue like that, because that was rough hair, brace face Drummond. And him and Brandon Jennings were a fucking force.
Yes.
That was the best version of him to me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes. They were a force. They were on ESPN all the time.
Yeah.
But like he back to that always now. But I mean, obviously that's irrelevant.
I mean, you playing with Kyrie and Durant, man. You gonna flourish.
Yeah. No attention on you.
Perfect move for Brooklyn. The 76ers is stupid.
Right. They ended up getting the size back that
I know they got some doodoo on their team too, though. Now you already know who that is.
Oh, you talking about Ben?
Come on now.
I mean,
but you remember the guy was good.
I'm gonna wait until I see him play with that roster. I'm gonna say that.
I mean, Ben, you don't really need him. I mean, at the end of the day, all you need him to do is play defense. That's really all you need him to do.
You got your retarded scoring on that team. Like you're not stopping Kyrie or KD.
No.
Yeah, with the Ben Simmons move, with Drummond coming with them too, they got the size that they needed. That's all they really needed because they were very thin in the paint and they couldn't protect it. So they got both of them too. I was like, oh yeah.
Well, even with Joe Harris being out for the year too, getting Seth Curry was an underrated thing for them because they needed their 3 points. They needed their sniper.
Guess who gets no minutes in Brooklyn?
Blake.
Yes.
Blake is that man. That man is truly only playing.
Yeah, but one little problem.
Ride the bitch, you Cheeto headed mother. Ooh, man.
Yeah, but here's the problem though. If they go to the playoffs and win it all, he get a ring. So.
Listen, he was Detroit's hero when he was doing that on one leg against the Bucks. He was the whole media
walked in the door.
Media was painting him as Detroit's hero because he went out there on that leg and we got kicked out and swept.
I was one of the few people when he first got here that was just like, no.
Yeah, me too.
No. And then after that first game, even after that first game when he put up, 50 points, I still was like, nope, not falling for it. Nope. What happens as soon as we get to the playoffs? Where's Blake?
Injured.
I'm sorry, he played, but for no reason it wouldn't help because he tied up allegedly Giannis. Oh, he gave him everything, and Drummond gave you nothing. Yeah. When you got nobody that's on the court that's playing defense, you got Luke Kennard, Reggie, and then you got Don Maker just looking like one of them buddy airbag.
We learned real quickly that don't matter who you throw in front of Giannis, it's not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
But you can pray to Jesus and he's gonna say, have you seen that guy? No, it won't work.
Yes,
yeah.
No chance, man. I don't even understand how we had Drummond checking Giannis. That didn't even make sense to me. But whatever.
No, it didn't.
It just looked like every time Thon got dunked on him, it looked like he just died. Like every time like he got dunked on, it looked like he like broke a bone. Every time.
Stan Van Gundy on the sideline.
Every answer, an answer to everything is building the wall. Just build a wall. Build a
wall.
Yeah. What's the offensive set?
You gotta build a wall. You can't have turnovers. We allowed so many points in transition.
A nightmare, man. Like I said, anytime I can hear you over everything else on my TV screaming, like, come on, nobody want to play for that shit for years. And then you bringing in a bunch of bums, and it's like, come on, bro.
And then every second off, it's ever since he's been off the Pistons, he's been like giving them props, like every 2 seconds, like, oh, Cade is this, what they're doing over there is great. Yeah, I bet it's great.
Thanks for nothing.
Right after you left us for dead. You know
what that reminds me of is when I know this is gonna age bad, but like the year that Michigan was actually good, like Harbaugh's first year, and you saw Hoke in the media, like I built that team. Like, right? You guys committed because you weren't here, dumbass.
Hoke was just sad towards the end, man. It was like, dude, just go away.
They're the same guys, though. Like essentially, Hoke and SVG.
Yeah. Especially the voice.
It's about time that we get out the dark. The Pistons horrible. Oh my gosh, let's go to the light.
Quick for the Lions fans that's in here. Today was some actually big little news today. Jared Davis has returned to the Detroit Lions.
Welcome
this
back.
time, he doesn't have a fat Wario-looking bastard on the sideline as head coach.
That's the difference.
This should be interesting.
That's the difference.
I want to see it.
Real interesting, man.
He was quoted saying, "There's a lot of things that go into it, but one, the familiarity. Every time wasn't a good time, but ball here is fun. I enjoy this place, I really do, and it just feels right. I would imagine a lot of what feels right is who's in the locker room, what kind of culture they're trying to build. Because a lot of people want to come to Detroit now.
Yep.
Aaron Glenn, Dan Campbell, they're going to use that boy right this time.
They walked in. He walked into Detroit. They said, Jared, when it's cold outside, we're going to be practicing inside, and he's like, I'm sold. Do it.
They're gonna use them right, man. They're gonna use them. They're gonna blitz them. They're gonna use them right, man. Like I said, it's gonna be fun, man. But it's been 2 hours, man, and my eyes are burning. It's been a long day. long day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just
By
want
the
to say
way,
I
King.
appreciate. Yeah. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for coming in here. You know, Deuce, Mike, Sean, Easy, Damari, Rise, Nomus, you know what I'm saying? For the guys in the comments, Pistons fan from Indy, Anthony in the comments, man, all of you guys, Elton, everybody, man. Everybody, I appreciate y'all for coming, man, and talking with me, man. I was just so fucking mad after that game, man. After the way it was treating Cade, you know what I'm saying? I just said I gotta come on here and talk about it, man. So like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to our next link up, Sean. You know what I'm saying? So we can do something special. We got a lot of things coming for y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to Sean's channel, man, from Half Court. Make sure you subscribe. Also, make sure that you follow Woodward Pistons, man. Make sure that you are follow Mike, especially on TikTok, Instagram. It's fucking hilarious. Do you understand me? Hilarious, man. And also Deuce, man. Great follow on Instagram, man. Y'all got to, you know what I'm saying? So, don't follow Easy. Unsubscribe from all of his content. And don't watch anything Easy is on. He is the absolute worst. I just wanted to put that out there.
We need a wellness check on him for real. Like, is he okay?
Yeah,
he fell in the toilet, bro.
Is he on his Elvis right now? What's up?
Hopefully he got life alert, man. Press the button.
He falling. He can't get up, bro.
No, but make sure y'all subscribe to everybody, man. Because like I said, man, we are definitely coming together. We put some stuff together, man. So y'all want to make sure y'all locked in with everybody. Appreciate you, Rise, for coming in here, and you better get your channel going, or we're gonna have to throw hands, man. So.
shout out to King. Shout out to King for the stream, bro. This was fun for you, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for coming. I'm always on here by myself, man. I be want to have people in here, so I'm glad y'all came by, man. And on to the next one, man. And let's enjoy the rest of this week.
I just want to say one thing before we all get off, man.
Go ahead.
I am very proud of all of y'all, man, because I thought I was the only one that had this mindset that we don't need the media, dog, the national attention, dog. Let's do our own shit. And from that point on, I even started doing content for Michigan basketball, and the Pistons and the Lions, stuff like that. I got a few videos from a couple of years ago. And it's just so crazy how it came from that to this, to the point where we starting to have our voices heard. You know what I'm saying? From Twitter, Pistol Twitter be lit. I be seeing all of y'all, man. I watch all of y'all content. So, man, just to talk about this years ago, to see it come to fruition now, it's super crazy. I'm definitely locked in with all of y'all, man. And I'm all the way here in Georgia. I'm born and raised from Detroit too. So trust me. I'm locked in on all y'all, dog. So trust me.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I first started this crap, man, it wasn't Twitter was dead, YouTube was dead. Wasn't nothing going on, bro. And we literally just had to sit there and take it. You know what I'm saying? We had to watch national media and just take it. So
you get so sick and tired of seeing the same old crap, dog. Like, we want to see our dogs. We want to be heard too, dog. So.
Yeah. And shout out to Woodward Sports too, man, for being the powerhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Shout out to Woodward Sports.
I'm gonna be safe.
But yeah, shout out to Woodward Sports.
Yeah, I appreciate Woodward Sports a lot, man. They've helped put me in a position and get in touch with a lot of good people. But also, man, I appreciate everyone that tuned in to the Ashton interview, everyone that shared it, showed love, liked it, everything like that. We did that for you guys, man. Like it wasn't for us. It was for Pistons Twitter, man. And whenever we have those events coming up and the content that we're trying to make and do together, man, it's not about one individual person. It's not about one individual channel. It's not about one individual brand. It's about a collective, man. It's about the city at the end of the day, because that's what ties it all together, bro. We love this city. We love these teams. We love who we root for. We ride or die for our hometown, man, and for our home state. So, like the content, Ashton stuff, we what I can say is we're trying to set up a date with Cannon Cunningham soon too. And there could possibly be another Ashton one coming up, and who knows, maybe we get some players in the future. So things are going to be happening, man.
Yeah, definitely want to continue to, especially, I noticed change the logo on my Twitter and my YouTube. I'm trying to start something called One Detroit, and I want to have all major sports teams, all of our major sports teams, the Lions, the Tigers, the Pistons, the Red Wings. I want to have content creators to come together with that, man, to just make One Detroit. Because like I said, you have different guys that specialize in different things, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm really trying to get some type of unity between all four of our teams. We all downtown, you know what I'm saying? We're all downtown and we all love our teams, man. So yeah, definitely got some things planned for the future. Shout out to also I want to say shout out to guys like Herman Moore once again, man, because what he's doing is strictly for the fans. It has nothing to do with the Lions organization. He's putting his own thing, out there, putting his own money behind it. And he's trying to build something for the fans to give back to the fans, man. So shout out to the guys like him. Hopefully, he can start something to where some of these greats and these legends around the city can start, building some more platforms for us fans to thrive. So with that said, man, it's been a hell of a show. It's been a hell of a night, man. So yeah, let everybody get the hell off my stream.
Subscribe, mother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all.